Hello, it's me again, national, international, best-selling book distributor, gestalt Isaiah. It's been a while since I made a video. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. I'm still here. I tried recording gameplay. I was gonna play a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. I tried recording that, but it didn't really work out, so I just scrapped the footage. About 2 days have passed before he nodded satisfactorily and put a cash in the machine. 2 days! So since the time has also worked. I may try it again though, just because it's a good game. And I think with the subject matter of my videos, of my content, it would probably correlate pretty well. I don't want to keep talking about depressing topics, but honestly it's all my mind thinks about all day. No matter where I'm at, whether I was at work, my thoughts would just protrude so much. Whether I was at work, walking on to go get food on lunch, walking to class, in class, and I need an outlet. And I don't know if this is the healthiest, but I don't really know about therapy either, especially in school. I question the integrity of therapists too, because it's I'm paying you to listen to my conversation or my thoughts, or even to try and psychologize me. How sad is that? No shade to anybody who's in therapy, but it's the moment I can't pay them anymore, they're gonna ghost me or whatever, which makes sense. It's a service at the end of the day, so you monetize what you can. You're either gonna use your body or your brain, so pause. But yeah, paying somebody to listen to my problems. Also, I was curious, well, not I'm crazy or gonna do anything outlandish, but if I told them I had very specific thoughts that pertain to me, I wonder how confidential that could be or would be. Yeah, especially the school therapists, university ones. I don't know, but I don't trust them, so I'm not gonna do it. Also, do you think they'd be manipulating? Because does a therapist really want you to get better? Because if you get better, you're not gonna see them anymore. You're not gonna pay them. They're going to lose their source of income, or at least one client. There are probably some bad therapists out there who literally are willingly working their clients, actively taking advantage of them in their situation just to milk out as much money as they can out of them. And I don't want that to be me. I've already had some problems when it came to confiding in the wrong people, things like that, information being weaponized against me, all that sort of stuff. So it's I really don't got another one in me. Dang, if anything like that happens to me again in this current time, I'm gonna be out of here. And also, especially furthermore now, I feel I don't trust humanity as much, mankind, society, whatever it is. Everything is just so distorted. Everything is so distorted. I don't know how to deal with any of the stuff that's going on in the world. It's so over. It's so AI. There's another thing, but I'm not gonna say on here. But if you could, put two and two together. I think it's been a while since I recorded my last video, or even posted my last video. If I had to guess, maybe 3 weeks now. Maybe a little longer, maybe a month. But yeah, I had a lot of more powerful words for myself, I guess. But it's it kind of just stays trapped in my head. Same subject matter, topic, whatever have you, right? And then I just lose it eventually because I just think about it so much. Or then other times I repress it because I don't want to think about it. So yeah, I do want to try playing a bag of milk inside a bag of milk again and uploading that for I don't know, posterity, but also for myself. My friend suggested it to me. especially like with the series I like. Cause I like stuff. I like a lot of psychological horror animes, um, stuff like Monster, Lane, Evangelion, Sunny Boy, stuff like that. Anything that pertains to like psychological stuff, but specifically psychological horror, but not so much on like the Junji Ito end of things. I mean, I never watched or read anything by Junji Ito, but I know he's like highly praised and highly regarded within the anime community. I just like never got around to picking up anything by him. But I've always heard about stuff like Uzumaki. So, oh, and Pun Pun too. I'm staying away from Pun Pun. Like I may get there, but I don't think I can do that right now. Like if I read that, because I had a friend who read it and he did not come out the same. Like he was very depressed, and he was in middle school. Like this was back when I was like ninth grade. He was like seventh grade. Gang, like my friend was fucked up. But I guess that's like my version of when I watched Tokyo Ghoul in middle school. And also, I wonder too, like, would I be a happier person if I just limited the content of media that I was consuming as a child? Cause, bro, I was watching some of the most uncanny shit ever. Aside from like the brain rot stuff, when we were kids, but it's just like I was watching Tokyo Ghoul. Um, what's some other crazy stuff? Like Attack on Titan, which isn't too crazy, but still pretty graphic. Seraph of the End. Tokyo Ghoul is probably the most graphic one if I had to guess. Even though it's not that graphic, but I still say like the contents of the subject matter, just because, especially like the torture scene. When I witnessed that, because I read it in middle school too, and I was like, bro, seeing him get his limbs ripped off, torn limb by limb, and then regrowing, and like a detailed breakdown of what he was going through mentally, that really like did something to me. Especially how I like correlated it to my day-to-day life back then, because I've always had like this identity issue crisis thing where it's like I've always like switched myself. I built up a character for a specific person just to like just so it'd be easier to navigate interpersonal relationships between me and X, Y, and Z, like said person. Um, and that could be anybody. It could be like family, friends, mutual friends, teachers, or whatever. Because I feel like I always had to like water down myself, whether I was like too weird or just like socially awkward. I was like, if I just remove certain aspects of my personality or replace them with other things that I've noticed that they're more receptive to, then maybe I'd be more welcomed and like viewed as, I don't know, like viewed with contempt or something. So I would do that. And I would correlate that to like Kaneki's hair color changing, because as you know, if you've read the series, every time his hair color changes, that's an indicator that his personality is changing. And then I just recently watched this other anime that just released, I think last summer. I watched it. It was called Taco P. It was really good. I actually bought a plushie of it. It's looking at me right now too. It's pretty ominous. But yeah, I just feel like I'm struggling with a lot of things right now. A lot of things I don't know how to deal with. A lot of things I'm just now experiencing for the first time. I don't really have anybody to talk to, and I question the motives of therapists. So seeking help outside of whatever means I have now is kind of like, I don't know, maybe not pointless, but I don't have many resources right now, many reasonable resources. So I just like talking to the camera from time to time. Maybe this will find like the right person, attract the right people. And I also just want to remember how difficult I guess this period of time was. Maybe like almost like a time capsule. So wherever I'm at in like 5, 10 years, I can look back, because I don't know if this is just because of me of like how I repress certain memories, but I do have difficulty recalling certain memories from like middle school, stuff like that. Besides from certain eras or certain time periods of my life just being difficult to deal with, it's just hard to recall some of them. So I thought if I put into video format, then I could have tangible evidence to go back and look at. And hopefully I'll still be proud of myself as always. because I just want to be myself. And maybe I like challenge myself to get better at some of my hobbies that I dropped, because honestly I don't do much outside of school. I did work, but I don't work anymore. Mainly gotta focus on school stuff. But yeah, I will probably try to get better at like playing guitar. I play bass. Well, I want to say I play bass because I only have like a little bit of experience, like 8 months. But I was kind of inconsistent with this, so I might just like pick it up because now I have all the time in the world. I get a little bit more time in the world, and why not? I often find like creativity usually draws like-minded people, especially people who are going through hard times, times of grief, things like that. It's like a way of expressing oneself, especially like I feel like music really comes from the soul, so maybe I could make it work. I also wanna um, play that game again, play both a bag inside a bag of milk and a bag outside, and try to get both of them uploaded. I'm still struggling because I want to do it with the face cam, but like with my current setup, I have like no room for that. Maybe I could figure it out with OBS. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to do that as well. But yeah, this was just a little update, catch up video. I'm aware that like it wasn't necessary, but I guess I sort of wanted to do it for myself. Try to get in the habit of creating a consistent upload schedule. I don't want to force myself to like do anything too overbearing, but I also don't want to like, just start this channel as like, well, it is a hobby, it's a passion, for me and for others, like to help find like-minded people out there. But also, it's like I don't want it to be one of those things where it's like you pick up a hobby, you do something random, do it spontaneously. You pick up a hobby, do it randomly, do it spontaneously, but then you just drop it after doing it for a little bit, which is like what I did with the guitar. But yeah, I don't want this to be another one of those things, so just decided to yap. I wonder what I'll title this. Anyways, oh, I should probably do some like fashion videos. If you don't know, I have a TikTok. It's the same as the channel, the username of this channel, but except of it being like Isaiah spelled correctly, like it is on this channel, it is IZAYA, gestalt Isaiah, but just spelled differently. If you guys want to follow, and I guess it's like a different side of. It's like, yeah, just a different. It will just allow more insight, I guess, into like my hobbies, my passions, and who I am. Which is just another fashion side, I guess. Anyways, Gestalt Isaiah signing out.